Hi Fad Campers, it's Grace here and I have some new stand-up dates I'd love to tell you about. If you're based in the UK, I will be doing some dates in July and August and I'd love to see some of you there. I'll be in Leeds doing a work in progress with Amy Annette on July 4th in the Hyde Park Book Club. I'll be in Brighton on July 6th with Alison Spittle in the Comedia Comedy Club, and I'm going to be doing my own work in progress show in Glasgow on July 12th at Good Egg Comedy. Also then, I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe, of course, for the entirety of August, from July 30th to August 24th. I'll be at the Assembly George's Square at the Crate, 10 to 3 every day. Would love if you could tell anyone you know who's going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe to come see my show. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
What's the best way to reduce? Eat plenty or starve yourself?
30 pounds in just 18 weeks. Jenny Craig totally worked.
I love to eat, but overeating made it impossible to lose weight.
My body wants bread, and I'm going to give my body what it wants.
Oh my God.
So I lost
Naturally.
Medical studies prove that overeating is the number one reason for weight gain. If you need to lose weight, use safe and natural springs today and bring your weight down without the use of unsavory
Welcome to Fad Camp, a podcast that throws a comedy eye over our societal obsession of diets. Now, a little disclaimer, we are not health experts, but we are fad diet connoisseurs. I'm your host, comedian Grace Mulvey.
And I'm your co-host, Connor Dowling.
Welcome to Fad Camp.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Fad Camp. I'm your host, Connor Dowling.
And I'm Grace Mulvey.
Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that is so common in diet culture that I'm shocked we haven't covered it yet.
Okay.
And
I'm scared we haven't covered it yet.
there's probably a reason for it. It's not good. There's a lot of bad stuff in here. A lot of good stuff too. We are going to be talking today about diet pills and supplements.
Ooh, excited.
Grace, what if I told you there was a pill that rapidly burned fat, erased excess calories from your food and your diet, made you thin and left you feeling amazing and healthy?
Oh my God. Do you know what's terrible? Even though I'm like, so body positive, I'm like, give me the pill. Give me the pill.
You heard it.
You heard
End
it
of
first.
episode.
But it's so true. Like, it's a terrible thing that it's like, because we've grown up in this whole society that still I'm like, it'd be an easier life.
Yeah.
An easier life.
We want a pill to fix our problems.
Yeah, exactly. Like in The Matrix. I never really watched The Matrix, so I don't understand what else going on.
Red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, I'm like, just give me the pills.
Well, Grace, the answer is that pill does not exist.
Aw, shucks.
But there are people all over the world and the internet who will try to convince you
That it does.
that it does. And I want to start by talking about some of my own experiences with these so-called pills. First, I want to check, have you ever dabbled with any supplements, snake oil nonsense that you thought would change everything?
I've dibbled, I've dabbled, I've dribbled. Okay, I've done it all.
That was one of the side effects of
That
the
was
pill.
one of the side effects. I've dribbled everywhere. I remember taking... So this is what I remember taking. I can't remember. I went to a doctor and I was like, I'm fat and I don't know why. And the doctor was like, you're right.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Yeah, I was afraid you didn't know.
It's like, this would have been awkward. I was going to say something. It's my job as your doctor to fat shame you.
Imagine the doctor was like, I actually have it on your sheet here. I was going to diagnose you as fat.
Yeah. What am I supposed to say now? You took my line.
The doctor's like, well, I'll just leave. But she gave me a tablet.
Okay.
That might suppress my appetite.
Oh.
I can't remember what it was, but it was a prescription. Like,
Okay.
and I think it was like to do with sort of like handling your hormones or something.
Okay.
So I remember
Handling your hormones.
Handling your hormones.
With Grace Mulvey.
Handle carefully. They're delicate.
These hormones are hot. Handle with extreme care.
Caution, hot. You'll be burnt by this. So
I remember that, and I think it was to do. I think it was to do with hormones. And I remember it working at the beginning. I don't know if it was like a placebo effect where I just kind of like I just didn't want to eat. I also, but that didn't last long. And then I also took, and I don't know if you've ever seen like apple cider tablets from the pharmacist.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And that was like burn fat and all that. And like it was like, you could just buy it. Like it wasn't like a prescription or anything like that. It was just over the counter bollocks.
Bollocks.
Yeah, and I got that. Oh, like, you know, I'm sure I've done other stuff, but those are the two big ones that jump out to me for supplements. And like, listen, I've taken like shakes and all that sort of stuff as meal replacements.
God, there's so much to it, you know.
Yeah.
So this is something that I personally feel like over the years of all of the temptations I've had, you know, with doing crazy shit to lose weight, nearly drowning myself in a gallon of water at age 10 being
Still
one
my
of them.
favourite story.
Basically waterboarding myself to lose weight at age 10.
That's what I say when I get drunk. I wine-boarded myself last night.
Wine board?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
I wine-boarded
Self-inflicted.
myself, yeah.
I just keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
Of all the crazy things that I've done, I think I've always had a bit of a bullshit detector around pills and potions. And, you know, because I remember when I was a kid, Slim Fast was like this massive thing that was coming to Ireland and it was on TV all the time. And I remember my parents... I just got emotional there, just thinking about my parents and Slim Fast. No, I had something in my throat. Got a tissue. I remember my parents, as kind of steeped in diet culture as they were at the time, they were like, no, that Slim Fast stuff is bullshit. And I remember hearing, you know, weird stories about, you know, you'd hear urban legends and kind of things about Slim Fast being like, it's worm eggs. Did you ever hear that?
Yes, I did hear it was worms.
Someone left their shake out overnight, and when they came out the next day, there was maggots crawling in it. The eggs had hatched, and that's when you drink it, the maggots eat your fat.
Can I just say something? The worm thing is so true.
I thought that was just something my sister and her friends told me as a child.
I remember wishing that I had a worm in my body to eat my fat.
The parasite. You want the parasite?
I wished I had a parasite to lose weight.
Do you remember Podge and Rog? Had that episode of Podge and Rog? Did you ever watch Scared Bedtime Podge and Rog? They had an episode, and this must be because they did a lot of kind of repurposed urban legends. And there was a story about a guy who like took a pill, and it turned out that pill was actually like a parasite egg. The egg hatched inside him and grew into like a 9-foot snake that ate, you know, all of his incoming food. So he never put on any weight.
Oh my God.
It's very visceral, the images that I can think of from this episode.
And I, honest to God, again.
You're like, hook me up with that parasite. If it's eco-friendly.
Where's the snake?
Yeah. And then eventually you give birth to the snake and it moves on and it goes off with pure fat in its body.
Oh my God. It is insane to think that I used to, and I still sometimes, this is how diet culture will affect your mental health. Sometimes if I see people talk about, like over Christmas, if someone was sick and they were like, oh yeah, no, I wasn't really doing a lot of eating, I had a vomiting bug. I'm like,
yeah.
God, I wish I'd had a vomiting bug because then I wouldn't have eaten as much.
Oh my God, totally. Well, I mean,
I've lost weight.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, were you shitting yourself? Well, so Christmas came early to someone.
Well, I can't shit.
Well, I was constipated for the entire month.
2 weeks of only Pringles will do that to you. I saw someone online recently saying that they got COVID, and the first thing their mother said to them was, oh, well, at least you won't be eating so much.
Yeah.
You know.
And that is also my thought.
It's such a common thing. It's such a common thing.
And do you know what? Sometimes it is good to kind of like say it out loud because you do feel like, and obviously, listen, when people are sick, they're like, you don't want this. You don't want to be sick. But the problem is society has made us think that being fat or putting on weight is so bad.
Yes.
That you'd rather be sick than healthy.
And we did actually talk about that in one of our bonus episodes when Motivation reached out to you about the COVID stone, etc.
You've survived a pandemic, but you're fat now.
Yeah, so what's
so there's
worse?
a problem.
You know, maybe you should have perished. But yeah, so just to bring us slightly back to the topic of, I feel like I've always had a bit of a bullshit detector for these things, despite being so drawn.
And fair play to your parents, because Slim Fast was
so
dominated.
It looked tasty. It was like strawberry milkshake, chocolate milkshake. You know, it's like want to be effortlessly fat, like let's do it. I mean, we could probably do a whole episode on Slim Fast, but like, you know, that's not something that I really dabbled with because there was this kind of like outlook towards it in my house. But a couple of years ago, and I feel like this was just pre-pandemic, pre-fad camp. one day I came across an ad on YouTube, and a very athletic and well-spoken young fitness gentleman was offering me a free webinar at the link he was providing at the start of this YouTube video I was about to watch. Have you ever done one of these free webinars? I have free webinar in all caps.
Okay.
Because this is like a modern marketing tool that you see a lot where...
And when you say webinar, like for what, like nutrition?
For
or?
nutrition,
Yeah. Okay.
He's like a fitness guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, join me and you can like see the kind of results you can get in this free webinar that like it's free. You know, like so here, like, there you go.
It's free. Yeah.
Right? You know,
It's free.
You're going to get everything you want.
Yeah.
So when you click through the link, they take you to this very free webinar where they repeat a lot of the information about their chosen topic, whether it's, in this case, it was diet and exercise. And they speak with just enough vagueness to keep you interested.
Yeah.
Like, here's how I achieved these results for myself and for all of my clients. And they promise that they know exactly how to help you finally lose that weight and get in shape for good.
And like, without going into any specifics.
Without giving you any, they might give you a breadcrumb. You know, a gluten-free...
The breadcrumb is don't eat bread.
Yeah, a carb-free breadcrumb. That gets you going, oh, that does make sense. Oh, I'd never heard of that before. Okay, well, maybe this person does have something unique to offer. This time will be different. This is not a diet. And he tells you, through his years of fitness and health experience, blah, 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 blah. So after about like 10 minutes of this guy talking in circles, he says... You're very welcome for taking this very free webinar, which was free. Yeah. And you know what? Look, if you want, here's an exclusive link just because I like you, Connor Dowling.
Aww. Connor, you made a friend.
You have potential and I want to help you. Look, I normally charge people several $100s.
This guy's so sound.
Several $100s for my personal nutrition and movement plan. It's like a nutritional movement plan, not a diet and exercise plan. But I'm feeling generous today. So if you sign up today, you can get all of this and more.
I love a time limit.
Oh, like it's only for today. Like the clock is ticking. Like the numbers are going down in red.
There's a bomb that's going to go off and destroy all of my products.
Your entire life.
Yeah.
You can finally... I normally cost about like upwards of $850 for this. It's pricey. Yeah. This is for people who are really serious here, okay? You can finally change your habit, your body, your future for just $46.
$46?
Not $50, not $40, not $45, $46. And that's a one-time investment. You'll have my entire nutrition and fitness, movement package for your entire life.
Yeah.
But tomorrow the price is going back up. So what's it going to be? Cut to me literally jamming money into my phone. It's $46. Like that's like €39 or something.
Yeah.
Like I would pay that on a fucking takeaway.
Yeah. And I have.
I have, and I'm about to now.
And for one person.
So like, what did I do? I signed up for this thing after being hooked in with this kind of free webinar.
Yeah.
This guy in particular, he was very articulate, very well-spoken, very ripped.
He's also a salesman.
Oh,
like, this is the thing.
good.
Whenever people are like, how did I get caught up? It's like, and once again, I know I always bring it back to cults, but it's like how someone gets involved in a cult.
Charismatic leader.
Or someone ends up going and like they only want to like buy a certain car and then they go to the showroom and suddenly they have a car that they can't afford. Like, it's the same type of person. These are really charismatic, great at selling people.
Totally.
Some have abs. Some have religion.
Absolutely. And like, I think when it feels like this person is coming from a place of empathy and science and innovation and they're like, this is different. I know that you've been through all of that shit before with these other diet
I know
people.
you're hurting.
This is different, you know? So I sign up and then there's an immediate upsell. Right? So you've signed up, you paid your $46, you download the app onto your phone. And these are all like obviously like pre-recorded videos that come up. So once I've signed up to this thing, this new video comes up and it's like, thank you so much for signing up to the program. You're investing in yourself. This is amazing. Yeah. This immediate upsell automatically makes your purchase feel like shit. It makes the thing that you paid for feel like...
And what you'd paid for just to watch these videos, you hadn't paid for anything else yet?
No, so what I have paid for is an app that contains a workout plan, a nutrition plan, and lots of like videos of him like doing the workouts with you and all this sort of thing. And it's I'll be totally upfront and say it's a very nicely put together app. It really is. It looks legit. There's probably a lot of my money and other people's money gone into like making this thing look really good. But you know, at the end of the day, it's exercise videos and healthy meal plans. You know what I mean? Just put into one kind of neat package. But he's coming on and saying, okay, look, you've got a great thing here. You've got it. Fair play to you. Yeah. But if you sign up, and this is where he probably makes his real money, for a subscription for an extra, like, you know, $17 a month, whatever, then we can do more like one-to-one stuff and you've access to community, blah, 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 whatever, right? And I'm like, well, obviously, okay, you've gotten me this far, pal, and that's all. So I click no. But then it triggers a new video where he's like, okay. And he's fucking in a hissy fit. He's like throwing a fucking strop. Grace, I swear to God, he's like, okay, fair enough, you know, maybe next time. It's the option is still open, but if you want to come back and get the best results, you know where to find me. And it's so like you made a choice to record. Okay, so this is for when they don't sign up. So like think about that in your performance.
He's just like
he's like
giving the finger.
Connor,
Yeah.
I thought we had a thing going here. Like what the fuck? So what has all this got to do with diet pills, which is the topic of this episode? So once you're inside the app, you get to see your exercise and meal plans, but he also has a section on fat-burning supplements.
Amazing. This guy is amazing.
And Grace, I'm telling you, even after him being like kind of negging me when I didn't sign up for the subscription.
So funny.
I wish I had the video to show you. It's such a change in his mood. His mood changes so much.
It's like I feel like it's like back in the day with a guy who bought you a drink and you're like, actually, no, I'm not going to go home with you. And he's like,
fine.
well, you fat whore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
What?
It's like, it was so that vibe, right? This articulate motherfucker brings me into the supplement section where he sold me on the idea of this exciting fat burner supplement known as capsaicin or capsaicin, which I've heard. Have you ever heard of this? This very exciting sounding and complicated science behind it says that there is this naturally occurring chemical in like chilies and chili peppers, right? Which is true. That's the compound, right? Called capsaicin. And that has natural fat-burning properties, okay? Like once it gets into your body, it just cranks up the heat and melts away those unwanted belly fat pounds. It activates your metabolism and switches off fat cells. You know when you hear,
I didn't know you could switch it off.
Oh, you gotta deactivate those motherfuckers. Plug them out. You know that this chili pepper it has a gene that.
Are we talking like a switch where you just press, or is it a dimmer?
I think it's a dimmer. Well, in my case, it was definitely a dimmer, and I think it was broken.
Is it a clap on top?
So and it cranks up your body's natural fat burning abilities, right?
Oh, because my body unnaturally hasn't been doing that.
No, it has to be. There's something out of whack here. There's something very
What's wrong with you?
Unnatural about your body.
I'm just looking down at my body. What's wrong with you? Do the right thing.
But the only problem is there's only a trace amount of it in chili peppers, and really not enough to impact significant weight loss.
Right.
Like to get enough capsaicin from chili peppers, you'd need to eat enough to induce a horrible diarrhea death. You know what I mean?
Which is what I was hoping for over Christmas.
Which is how we started this conversation, really.
A diarrhea-ridden death.
Oh, I nearly choked. Okay, so using science and marketing, some nerds have gotten together and jacked up some tablets with enough of this miracle chemical to annihilate your fat.
What if they get a machine gun and they're like...
Yeah, well, that's what I imagine they picture when they're like getting there.
I love when they say things like, everything is always so aggressive when it comes to fat.
Burn your fat, melt your fat.
Grenade your fat.
Fucking decimate your waistline. Turn your body into a war zone, a hormonal wasteland.
I'm going to shiv your fat. And you're like, what?
I'm going to fuck a bitch up. The bitch being your fat.
Fuck your fat. Sorry.
I'm going to fuck your fat. It's like, this guy is threatening me. He's threatening me, Grace. said he's gonna fuck my fat. Okay, so people have gone together and harnessed the power of these chilies into a pill. However, most manufacturers who make these supplements don't bind it properly, in the lab, and it causes you to get like extreme heartburn and digestive issues because you're eating this like mega chili in a tablet form.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, bro.
Yeah.
But
not this guy.
But thankfully his supplier has your back, right? Do you think I ordered any of these fat burners, Grace?
No, do you know what, Connor? Knowing you, I mean, you'd have to be a fucking idiot.
Do you want your fat fucked or not, Grace?
You'd have to be an absolute fucking moron to order those tablets.
Oh, well.
But I'm happy that the episode ends here because there's no way you're.
Well, I swallowed my pride and I said, you know what? Not today, sir.
Yeah.
I was not born yesterday. No, Grace, I ordered 3 bottles of those fuckers.
Woo! At what price? Do you remember what price?
They're about €30 a bottle. So almost 100 quid. On top of this, one-time $46 fee. Now, having said that, I don't think I bought his specific ones, probably because he was based in like the US or something, and I wasn't going to get them here. I found like a version on Amazon that looked just as dodgy and shitty as the ones he was selling.
See, then you're not getting from his supplier,
Connor. Okay.
Did they not bind the chilies properly? These other guys don't know how to bind anything. They don't know how to tie a knot. They're just like chucking chilies in left, right, and centre. Okay. So you're talking now. You're about $136 in the hole.
In the hole.
Yeah.
And I've just been like lying in bed, going, "Oh my god, what's happening to my bank account?"
This is a problem with being able to buy things so easily on your phone. Is that actually sometimes, as I said, that time with CBD oil, I was doing some research for an episode, and this ad for CBD oil came up, and it was literally like, and this is me doing episode by anti-diet episode, that I'm like talking about how bad dieting is, and the next thing this product comes up, CBD oil can suppress your appetite. When I say it was like I blacked out. Next thing I was at the checkout on the website, and then I was like holding my card. I didn't even remember getting out of bed.
Totally. Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, because that's where I do my research, is in bed.
Oh, absolutely. No, and this is the exact kind of mentality, and it's almost kind of like, hey, look, if I just like do this really quick, I won't have time to like, think myself out of it. So look, they arrived. They're these like red pills.
Like Matrix again. Yeah.
Absolutely. I took these pills for a few weeks.
Okay.
I noticed zero change in my weight. I was also at the time
shock surprise.
At the time, I was. On some sort of like diet and exercise thing. I mean, I was following his plan, right?
Yeah.
I noticed no difference on my weight, like in the, this fat burning, like the way he talked about Grace. It was like, they're coming and they're going to fuck your fat until it's gone. Like,
I'm going to nuke your fat. And by nuke your fat, I'm going to murder you. You'll be dead.
You'll be dead, and there'll be nothing left.
Yeah.
No, like he made a convincing argument that this was going to work.
Imagining his marketing is just like the film Apocalypse Now, where it's really intense.
I love the smell of burning fat in the morning. I mean, don't tell him that, because he will have T-shirts with that
definitely will.
saying on it immediately. I did notice very disconcerting pains and burning sensations in my esophagus, which, is understandable, in my stomach, right? Because, that's where it all happens. But also in my chest, like in my lungs, and just like, it felt like there was just this weird, like gnawing kind of sizzling, weird kind of sensation in my torso, basically.
Yeah.
And, to be honest, I know how your brain is working. Right now you're going, well, I mean, if that's the sensation of your fat burning away, then that's totally fine. No, because there's been no...
That's the sensation of your fat being fucked.
That's your fat coming. Sorry. Sorry.
Well,
none of this was scripted.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were...
How long, by the way, was this an instant feeling, or was this after a few weeks of taking it?
I let's say I noticed it.
Okay.
After a few weeks, whether it had been happening, and sometimes you get an odd sensation in your stomach, your chest, you go, oh, what's that? That's, oh, whatever. But then after a few weeks, you start to go, wait, hang on, am I doing anything different to bring this on. And I do
Yeah.
remember years ago when I was going to the doctor for something that I can't even remember now. One of his first questions, and maybe I've said this on the podcast before, was, "Are you taking any bullshit off the internet?" That was one because that made me think. And at the time I wasn't.
Yeah.
But that made me think, oh, he must get that a lot.
Yeah.
People were like, I don't understand why I've got this weird sensation in my stomach, my chest, whatever. And he's like, let's think about everything. And they're like listing off their behaviors. Oh, and I'm taking these black market tablets. You know, it's like, well, that must be it, right? So I kind of noticed the kind of cause and effect of this. And I was like, oh, this has to be something to do with these pills. So I stopped taking them. You know, like I was kind of like, could this be related to these red pills I bought from the internet man? You know?
Yeah.
So I stopped taking them. The sensation stopped like immediately.
Wow, okay.
And then I think a few days later, I was like, maybe I do want my fat to be burnt away. Let's try.
Yeah.
So I think I took like one more. And it immediately was like, there was the link for me.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong. I don't want to like, you know, defame anybody, but for me,
I don't know if you're defaming a random pill you bought off Amazon as defaming someone.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you, like, I'm just going to say this. Now, guys, this might sound mad, and I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I think you should probably go to a doctor before taking pills.
but
of any kind.
the fitness guy.
Yeah,
He was wearing a vest, Grace.
I know, Connor, but like I genuinely think maybe someone who went to medical school for more than for a few years might be a better person.
Yeah.
To get, but I mean that, like ordering, even like going into like if a pharmacy holds, like listen, there are times where there's like, you know, bullshitty type things in pharmacies as well, but at least it's something that it's like the pharmacy are going to stand behind that they sell it.
Totally.
If you're getting something off the internet, I'm just like, yeah, you don't know
Whoever has sold you that,
Yeah.
when you go to look them up, they've probably skipped town, you know, or
Yeah,
they've probably
yeah.
changed their business or
why don't the pharmacy
Totally.
hold that
Yeah.
pill already? You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I sort of mean of listen to doctors. Now, don't come at me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, look, I was smart enough at the time. Like I said, this isn't that long ago. This is shortly before I read The Anti-Diet, shortly before we started Fad Camp. But I threw those pills the fuck out.
Thank God.
And I never took them again. And you should have seen the inside of my brown bin. It was just like this like sea of red pills. It was just looked so unusual.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right, you know?
I'm glad you stopped it because you don't know what. I mean, if
Totally.
that you were already, it's the fact that you're feeling something in your chest.
Yes.
Where you're like, I feel like my lungs have got
There's something
like,
going on
Yeah,
there.
what?
Like, what is that? And, you know, if I try to contact this internet man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what's his response going to be? Oh, keep taking them until that sensation goes away, or
Yeah.
that's probably unrelated, or
Yeah.
that's just them warming up, you know, like, and the fact,
your fat warming.
yeah,
up.
that's just it's just preparing itself for you know what happens next.
It's getting looped. Sorry.
So, you know, it made sense to stop taking them.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit about these capsaicin things.
Okay.
So capsaicin's most popular benefit is its potential to support weight or fat loss.
Okay.
Your weight is highly dependent on your metabolism, as we know.
Genetics, folks.
Capsaicin supplements may boost your metabolism.
It's a lot of a may or support. You know what I mean?
Enabling you to more easily lose weight and burn fat. It works by increasing oxygen consumption.
Wait, does oxygen have calories?
Well, I don't want to have
I don't want to consume any
more
oxygen. Yeah.
But increasing oxygen consumption, which makes me think, oh, maybe that's why I was having weird fucking sensations in my lungs.
Yes. Oh
Which
my
I
God.
don't like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to take some internet tablet that's going to mess with my lungs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It increases your oxygen consumption and your body temperature, which leads to a slight increase in calories burned.
Once again, guys, this isn't exactly like really like it. Like the way it was advertised.
Yeah.
What was it? Like
They were going to like
nuke your fat. Yeah,
Nuke your
yeah.
fat. Studies show that consuming this compound on a regular basis may promote
Oh.
a calorie deficit and aid fat burning. In addition, a 12-week study in 80 people with a slightly elevated body mass index tied supplementing with 6 milligrams of capsaicin daily to a reduction in belly fat. Oh, so it has worked for some people.
I want to see the study.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see.
It was done by the
study.
internet man.
Yeah.
Capsaicin also appears to have an appetite suppressing effect, which may
Okay.
help you cut your calorie intake throughout the day. And that is an element that the internet man really pushed me. He's
Yeah,
like, not
yeah.
only does it burn your fat, but it keeps you
suppressed your
full.
appetite.
No, it doesn't. Not for me anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and then keep in mind that capsaicin's results are likely minimal unless paired with proper diet and exercise regimen. And so many of these like supplements that claim to be like the magic bullet,
Yeah.
you know, for rapid weight loss, you know, extreme fat burning effects. None of them, you know, it's the small print is, also proper diet and exercise. It's like, and
Yes.
this is just to kind of like, you know, aid that along. And keep in mind, I was doing diet and exercise at
Yeah.
the time and noticing zero differences. One of the most common side effects of capsaicin supplements is a burning effect throughout your digestive tract. For those with acid reflux or heartburn present, that's definitely something I've experienced over my life. Capsaicin containing foods or supplements may increase your symptoms of acid reflux or heartburn. But what I was experiencing was not acid reflux or heartburn. I'm very familiar with those symptoms. And this was unusual and this is different. Over time,
Plus, it's not your lungs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, does food go in the lungs? Over time, your digestive tract becomes desensitized to capsaicin's effects, reducing the uncomfortable feeling you may experience.
Yeah.
So, had I stayed with this longer, maybe it would have subsided. The gnawing, burning, sizzling, fucking feelings may have subsided. But
like
do
you were
wanna
taking
risk
it
that?
a few weeks, and
do you want to risk that?
No.
Like,
Do you know what this reminds me of? Just very quickly, right? I don't know if you've seen the TV show Dope Sick.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, but there is what makes me, you know, some of these claims that some pills take, particularly like that whole thing of like, it will, you know, they've done a study and it will, blah, blah. When it came to, and I think it's like, what's it called? Not Oxycontin. Oxycontin, yeah, Cotin. When it came to that drug, when they released it, they said, less than 1% chance of addiction, which was like a massive thing. That study was never done.
Right.
So that was taken from like a letter a man had written, and I mean a short memo into like a science journal. And he had said from patients in hospitals who were administered the drug at a certain dose and continually, like, you know, overseen by doctors and stuff in hospital, less than 1% got addicted in hospital, while being overseen by doctors and nurses, while not abusing the drug. But they took that little number and then went less than 1% get addicted.
They sort of repurposed it.
Yeah, exactly. So without doing a study. So when I hear something like that, I'm like, okay, is that just one person who went, I actually wasn't that hungry for lunch?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they went, it suppresses your appetite.
And all you need to do is say it may reduce your appetite,
Yes,
and there you're out of the woods. You're not making any drastic claims. Now, to be fair, like this internet guy, my pal, he was making some drastic ass claims, you know, in those videos.
Doesn't sound like him.
I know, really?
Not the guy who was all neggy on you when you wouldn't subscribe. Huh?
So, and in addition, to finish it off with the capsaicin, is these supplements may increase your blood pressure. Thus, if you're taking blood pressure medications, it's important to check with your healthcare provider before taking the supplement. How many doctors do you think you go to the doctor and go, hey, someone on the internet told me if I take these red chili pepper tablets that it will help me lose weight. Do you think that will affect any of the rest of my... How many doctors do you think would be like, go for it, bro?
The doctor's like, if you take the red hot chili pepper tablets while listening to the red hot chili peppers, you'll definitely lose weight.
Because of all the dancing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Try not to dance those groovy tunes. Yeah, do you know what? I always think as well when you're taking something like that, you know, if you went to the doctor, you'd be embarrassed to say you're taking it. And that's always a real stickler.
And that's why they always say it. They're like, hey, you know, if you're going to do this crazy thing, make sure to check with your healthcare provider knowing that there's no way you're going to
because you're
like,
like, I'll look insane if I go in. Yeah.
Do you know what a fat binder is? Or
stomach. That's what a fat binder is to me.
Or a fat trapper.
It's
someone who humps fat people.
It's Gillian Michaels.
Oh my God. Shout out to our Biggest Loser episode.
No, a fat binder. No, I've no idea. A fat trapper.
Wow. Okay, great. So this is
fat
something...
trapper's my mouth. I'm a comedian. Go on. Sorry.
Just gotta let her run sometimes. Just gotta give her enough road, and she'll just.
This genius doesn't just happen.
I just love to watch her work. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So this is something that I was not familiar with until someone told me about these recently. And Grace, gross out warning, because this is not this. There's. I'm going to use some colorful language.
Okay.
And I think this is going to make you very uncomfortable, which I'm really excited about. So fat binders are innovative weight loss supplements.
Ooh, I like
that
words.
help you eliminate dietary fat.
Okay.
And by doing so, reduce your caloric intake. And I was taking this research here, and it wasn't until halfway through I was like, copying some of like these like descriptions that I realized, oh, this is from like the website of a fat binder.
Yes.
Right? So
right.
these are the people who are set. So this is what they claim that they can do, right? The main function of a fat binder is to bind dietary fat in the stomach.
Yeah.
And form a gel that leaves the body, just leaves the body undigested. So what they're saying is...
So wait, like it turns fat that you've eaten into jelly, and the jelly leaves your body,
and you don't digest it, and don't. So you get to eat the food. You get to eat the food, enjoy the food, but then in your stomach, the bad stuff, aka the fat, the oil of the food, is separated and just sent away without your body absorbing that as calories.
But where's the go? What do you mean sent away?
Well, as it says, I'll continue reading. Where does
it go?
How does it go? It's like the innocence.
It's still inside the house.
But if it doesn't stay in your body. So this means that when eating a regular meal, almost a third of dietary fat you consume leaves the body undigested, lowering the calorie count along the way.
It's saying leaves the body as if when you die, like the soul leaves the body. But like, does it evaporate?
Grace, it means you shit oil. That's the colourful language I was waiting for. This is what the person who took them told me. So basically, it means your bowel movement is separated into two stages.
Oh God.
One is just the oil, the bad stuff that your body hasn't absorbed, and the rest is the processed food that has been, or the food that has been processed by your digestive system.
So
You look scared.
I'm imagining
It's like a horror film for you.
like creature coming out. That is disgusting.
It's horrible.
I'm just imagining like olive oil coming.
Oh, I know. Oh my God. I can't
I'm
even
just
do it.
imagining like an olive oil bottle.
No. Why did you have to make the noise?
Sorry.
Darren's going to add those sound effects in, so we're fine. We don't need to. So just think about that. So basically what that's saying is you can still eat the normal foods that you eat. You still want to eat your chipper, still want to eat your chicken.
But at what cost?
Well, that's it. You got to...
But at what cost?
It's scary. It's a scary world. But these are not like obscure weirdo tablets that you like buy on the internet. You get these in Boots. You get these in Holland & Barrett.
What?
Yeah. And today, now, you can do over the counter.
Go run to the shop. But, and your friend who took them, did they work? Like, what was the...
No. I mean, because the problem is that this is subscribing to the idea that you eat fat, you get fat.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, if we can only find a way, once the food is already inside the body, to separate the fat and prevent your body from digesting it, you will not get fat. But we know that just eating fat, there are diets that encourage you to eat fat to lose weight, like the keto diet, for example. They encourage you to eat oils and avocados and eggs and butter, etc.
And fat is actually an essential part of your diet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yes. Grace, do they work? Yes. If work means, do they make you shit oil? Do they work in terms of making you lose fat? working probably about as much as
Anything,
the chili
yeah,
pepper tablets
yeah,
work
yeah.
for people. Maybe a slight percentage.
But as we said, listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers 100% of the time.
Absolutely. If you listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers while taking these tablets, it's bad news.
I think it's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
But you know what, Grace? You know how they might work? Let's say these tablets enable you, and I'm just speculating here, I'm spitballing, but let's say these tablets enable you to continue eating the greasy, fatty foods that you love so much in the same quantities that you've always wanted to eat them, and you overeat and you go, but it's fine, I'll just take my fat binder, fat trapper tablet, and I will, the oil and the fat will leave my body undigested, right? Maybe throughout that process you go, oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. Look what happens when I eat these foods. Look at all of the stuff that is not being digested because of taking these tablets. So then maybe you change your diet. And then maybe you see some results because you're not, eating fast food all the time or as much as you were. And then you lose 5 pounds.
Or even once because you're like, I don't want to shit oil.
Exactly. Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So fat binders, they decrease the number of calories we absorb because when taken them with meals, a significant amount of fat is not digested, as we know. Alongside with this direct and obvious weight loss benefit, fat binders also regulate blood sugar, which may indirectly decrease the need for snacking in between meals, or because you're like disgusted by the prospect of you're like, please don't make me shit oil again. I swear I'll never eat again. If that's the price. I paid for this experience. Imagine buying that off someone in Boots and going, like, oh, the oil shitting tablets, love it. If you want to lose weight fast, combining a quality fat burner, which is the chili pepper one, with a binder is a great idea. That's what these people are saying. So you're taking the chili pepper one and the oil shitting one together. If you also make an effort and add regular physical activity, get enough sleep and eat healthily, your results will be visible much faster than just by dieting alone. And as I said before, you can get these tablets today in Holland and Barrett and Boots. They're everywhere, but please don't. Oh yes, fat trapping products. I think some people call them fat trapping products. Generally contain chitosan. Chitosan. It comes from the powdered shells of shrimps, crabs, and other shellfish, which just sounds delightful.
Oh, sign me up.
Chili peppers and shellfish go great together. Supposedly, it binds to the fat in the food you eat, keeping it from being digested. So this chitosan, it latches on to that food and sends it away. I feel like I've said that a few times, just so in case it's
away. Where does it go? Stop saying it sends it away.
It just goes up and out. It's like, but where does it go? We don't know.
It's not a delivery. Like, it's my body.
It says, while there is evidence that it does help you from absorbing dietary fat, its effects may be too small for you to actually notice anything. Come on. A few small studies have shown that people on calorie-restricted diets lose slightly more weight if they're taken with chitosan, the fat trapper. So if you're already on a calorie-restricted diet and you take the fat binder, you'll lose slightly more weight, but your toilet paper bill will be astronomical.
I mean, what's the price? What is the price of this?
And then here's the real price. The danger of chitosan is that it may get in the way of your body's ability to absorb fat-soluble nutrients. These include vitamin A, vitamin D, and the disease-fighting phytochemicals found in many fruits and vegetables. Because, like, everything has some shred of fat in it. I'm sure some foods don't, but some have more than others. And there are important healthy fats that we need in oils, etc. And how is this going to really, like, how smart is this drug that it's going to say, oh no, this is good fat and this is bad fat? I would say it's just a blanket ban on anything oily or fatty.
No, it's not making a claim that it's only bad fats, that it's like, and bad in inverted commas, but you know what I mean? That's what it's going to trap.
So no matter what the manufacturers claim, it's probably not a good idea to take this product for more than about 3 months at a time. I would say people take this a couple of times and then they go, oh, that was kind of a horrible experience.
Congratulations on signing up to change your life forever, bro.
Wow, yes, I'm ready to do this.
Are you ready for the bod of your dreams?
Absolutely, bring it on. I'm ready to finally change.
I hope so. Because we're going to turn up the heat. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, we're going to burn your fat.
Yes, thank you. Let's burn it.
We're going to lynch that lard, big boy.
Okay.
We're going to banish that blubber for good.
How do I sign out of this app?
What I'm saying is, we're getting in there, and we're going to fuck your fat.
You're gonna what?
We're going to set the mood, dim the lights, and I'm going to personally fuck your fucking fat. Zero foreplay, zero protection.
What did I sign up for?
Here at Fat Fuckers, our trained specialists are experienced in targeting stubborn belly fat and just fucking it out of there.
This is all very aggressive.
Our ethos is either the fat fucks you or we fuck the fat. Buddy, I'll level with you here. You seem like you're serious about making a change in your life. For an additional monthly fee, our wellness specialists will get in there and they'll fuck your depression too.
The Late Night Nod features original music and improvised interviews with guests from a fictitious world of arts and culture. Each episode weaves a conversational thread through tales of inspiration, excess and heartache with some of the creative world's best-known personalities that you've never heard of. Join some of Ireland's most talented actors and comedians as they step into the world of The Late Night Nod.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. If you want to hear more bonus exclusive content for Fad Camp, make sure to log on to Head Stuff Plus, and for as little as $5 a month, you can support our show and other shows in the Head Stuff Podcast Network and hear exclusive content from Fad Camp. That's bonus episodes, photos, videos. It's a really good time, so we hope to see you there. Now, back to the show. Okay, so now I want to start talking a little bit about actual diet pills. So there is this somewhat of a difference between, supplements and fat burners and diet pills. We've kind of really been talking about like fat burners and fat trappers so far. I want to talk about diet pills, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the scientific research is not really there to back up a lot of the claims of diet pills.
You're joking.
Surprising. I know.
Connor.
So these products are often categorized as dietary supplements, right?
Right.
Not as drugs. So, and a lot of, our research is often from American places because that's just where the research seems to be available. But according to the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration regulations, that means nobody has to prove they actually work. So they can say, watch your fat disappear, life-changing tablets, etc., but they don't actually have to work. The number and quality of good randomized double-blind studies that really explore the question of efficacy are very limited for these herbal products and dietary supplements, says Stephen Hamesfield, MD, in an article with WebMD. That's virtually true for the entire category of weight loss products. There's no evidence that fat-burning pills or supplements can effectively burn fat, but they do typically contain ingredients that won't hurt you in small doses when they're taken alone. Some are even proven to help burn fat when they're consumed naturally. So what you'll see is in a lot of these dietary supplements, there'll be like a combination of lots of different things that when untested, they have like unpredictable reactions, like for example a gnawing burning sensation in your lungs when you take this thing, but maybe one of those ingredients by itself might not be so harmful, like for example when you eat it in its natural state in a chili pepper, there's like a small amount of it, but it's impossible to know how much is used in the supplement. The amount might often be off. Even if the bottle specifies an amount on the label, it's hard to know how the manufacturer addressed the total amount. Yeah, so as scientific as they pride themselves, it's very hard for them to actually be scientifically areas. But there's one particular area that really interested and shocked me last year. There's a brilliant documentary podcast. Once you're finished listening to the entire catalogue of Fad Camp and Head Stuff and Head Stuff Plus, there's a fantastic podcast called One Click. And it came out last year, and it's narrated by Elle Fanning, the actress. And it's all about this lethal diet drug called DNP. And when I say lethal, I'm not saying, scratchy chest,
yeah.
strange sleep or bowel movements. I'm saying this has killed several, if not hundreds of people over the past few years. And some of the stories about this drug that people are buying sort of on the dark web and buying from unregulated manufacturers who put things like not fit for human consumption on the packaging to get away with selling it legally. They're selling it to bodybuilders, they're selling it to young people, women, people with eating disorders, and people are dying. And the stories that are within this podcast are harrowing of kind of what happens to people and, you know, what happens to people's bodies when they take this pill. And it's infuriating beyond words, but I think it's definitely worth exploring on this show.
And what's the name of the?
It's called DNP.
DNP.
But the podcast is called One Click, and it's about how one click on the internet can change your life. So what is DNP? DNP is dinotrophanol. It has a variety of industrial uses, including as a photographic chemical, you know, for like developing photographs in a lab.
It just doesn't take photographs of your body or something.
You can use it. You can use a little camera.
Filters.
You can also use it as a fertilizer. And in the manufacturing of dyes and explosives.
Oh my God.
As in actual explosives.
Nuke my foot.
Well, we're coming full circle again. It causes weight loss by burning fat and carbohydrates, in turn causing energy to be converted into heat. And I want you to think about heat because this is a very important part of this drug. Those who have taken the drug experience an increase in temperature and metabolic rate, which can prove to be fatal.
Jesus.
Some of the stories that you hear about people who have taken this DNP drug they've been described as basically cooking to death.
Oh,
that
my God.
Their internal temperature just keeps rising and rising and rising. And some whose temperature continued to rise after they died.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, okay. Simon Thomas, Professor of Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics at Newcastle University, says blocking the storage of energy in cells, which stops the production of fat, might seem attractive. And that's probably one of the selling points of it. It traps or it blocks the storage of energy in cells. But he warns DNP is highly toxic. Of all of the poisons that we deal with, DNP is the one that causes the highest proportion of fatalities. It's extremely dangerous, he says. Signs of acute poisoning include vomiting, flushed skin, sweating, dizziness, headaches, and irregular heartbeat. And there's also, because it's this sort of yellow pill, it's this yellow powder, They talk about it sort of dyeing people's insides, this yellow color. People's, urine becomes like this, kind of almost radioactive yellow, like the yellow mic I'm talking to right now. But the question is how did people realize this explosive chemical could help you lose weight?
Yeah.
Right? And the story behind this is fascinating. Basically, during World War I, DNP
was a great start with a diet pill.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like before people ever thought about losing weight, right? DNP was sometimes used to fill armor-piercing shells as a mixture with picric acid known as shellite or tridite. An explosion in munitions factories at Rainham in Essex in 1916 was attributed to the chemical. So just like TNT, apparently, it was found to be toxic to the munitions workers handling it. So many of them, basically they realised we've got all these workers who are filling these armour casings with
and
this,
they look
with
great.
With this powder. We noticed, why are they all losing weight? Why are they all becoming emaciated beyond recognition? They're eating, they're just standing in an assembly line filling the powder. It must be something to do with this powder. And they realised, they were like, it's the powder. The powder is causing these people to have these breathing problems, to have the vomiting, the dizzying, the dying of the skin, and the excretions extreme yellow.
But they look great.
You can't see it under those overalls, but they have lost all of this weight. So many of them lost weight dramatically by breathing it in, but also some of them just by absorbing through their skin. A lot of the workers were given gloves to protect them, but the powder sort of got in with the gloves and mixed with their sweat, and it sort of exacerbated the process, and it got into their bloodstream. So after and you know, this is the war. This is kind of, you know, a time where people are sort of sacrificing their lives for this, like, you know,
greater cause,
cause, so to speak. So they, even though they kind of realize, oh shit, this powder is like, you know, wasting these people away. We kind of don't have a choice. We need the workers. This, you know, we don't have machines to do this for us. So they just kind of ran with it, you know. So after World War I, scientists at Stanford University, like, how many podcasts do you think have said Stanford University?
And this horrific thing happened at Stanford University.
So they investigated DNP to see if it was a useful slimming aid, because maybe they had heard like, oh, what's this World War I boys? Heard they're all looking pretty lean.
Yeah.
They established
they're
that
tight. Those machine workers are tight.
They established that the chemical boosted metabolism by up to 50%.
Oh my God.
Which is like, kind of, when you think about, like, of all of the, you know, diets and chemicals or like pills
and promises,
fad diets,
and
they all want to boost your metabolism.
Yeah.
So this is something that actually does it, Grace, by 50%. Right?
Connor, you're kind of weirdly selling it to me right now.
That's the crazy
and
this
thing.
is the person on the other end of the computer who sees an ad
for
a diet pill that may not actually be going by the name of DNP. You know,
right.
It may be called, you know, Fat Burner Max. You know, it may be called whatever to kind of get by, because DNP probably has all sorts of flags on it at this stage. People know a lot about more it now. Know a lot more about it now.
Yeah.
But these scientists established that, okay, yes, it does raise metabolism by up to 50%, leading to considerable weight loss without dieting. However, they also found out that there were a number of side effects, like we've talked about. Also, side effects including things like cataracts, which are like, you know, on your eyes, and that the safety margin for taking this thing was too slim. So they shut it down. But firms started selling this powder because it's just like an industrial powder that, like, if you had a lab or if you had, you know, a factory that was picking explosives or photochemicals or, you know, ththese fertilizers and things, you could just buy it in a big fucking drum, you know, like Breaking Bad shit, like. So they started selling it.
Do you want to break bad?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh my God, right.
We can do it.
Here's my pitch. It's like a TV show where these two podcasters, they create a diet pill to make some money. And
they're anti-diet, but.
So they started selling it directly to customers, which meant that people were taking it without medical supervision, and fatalities resulted. When one man died, they measured his temperature was 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 43 degrees Celsius. DNP was banned in the United States under the Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act of 1938. The Food and Drug Administration said that DNP was too toxic to be used under any circumstances. DNP went underground for years.
Yeah.
But it was again marketed in the 1980s as a weight loss, the 90s, like the golden age of the birth of the modern diet industry, right? Yeah. And in this One Click podcast, they go into, you know, there was kind of like one specific guy in America who was this kind of controversial bodybuilder, kind of, you know, fitness fucking cowboy who was like, hey, remember this thing that killed all those people years ago? We can use it to like cut weight if we're smart about it, because we're fucking smart, you know? So in the 1980s, it was advertised as weight loss without dieting drug, and more recently, the internet has given it even wider circulation. And when I say recently, I mean like in the past like couple of years, like 3 years. Like I said, that podcast only came out like a year ago, and I remember in the show there were certain kind of court cases like still pending, and you know, families of people who had died because of this fucking tablet were still kind of fighting the FDA and the government, and, you know, how can this be possible? And they had some,
just put like that they could order it at all. Like,
that you can order it all. Sometimes you got to go into the black web to get it, or the dark web. Sometimes you can kind of get it just through a few kind of like loopholes, and it's advertised a certain way. And sometimes people are ordering it not realizing what it is. Because you and I have been steeped in diet. Have you ever heard of it? I've never heard of it before I heard this show at all, ever. Extravagant claims were made by people who said that they lost 20 pounds in 12 days by taking it. It was promoted as the king of fat loss drugs, and of course the health problems and fatalities associated with its use returned. How DNP works on an actual biological level was actually discovered in 1948. The chemical helps to move protons across membrane cells, resulting in a reduction in the production of ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, the molecule that transports energy within cells, the body's energy currency. This means that much of the energy usually generated in respiration is instead wasted as heat, which can lead to fatal hypothermia. The body compensates by speeding up metabolism in order to produce the energy needed to maintain the body. This increase in metabolic rate results in the consumption of fat and carbohydrate as they are turned into energy. So for me reading that, and maybe you hearing that, like there's a lot of scientific kind of talk in there that certainly goes over my head. But if I'm someone who is really, desperate to lose weight, all I hear is it increases your metabolic rate and results in the consumption of fat and carbohydrates as energy instead of whatever else. So all of that, scientific talk basically boils down to it changes the way your cells work, and breaks the processes for them to ever work normally again. So even if you don't die from taking this drug,
your body's fundamentally
changed, possibly forever. So the people marketing it may hedge around with labels saying not for human consumption, but obviously,
and even just to order something that will come in a package that has not for human consumption on it, it says something extraordinary about our fat phobia, about our willingness to pretend that losing weight is for our health. You know what I mean? Like, it's in like we go out of our way to be like, it's for our health, but not really, because people are willing to take these tablets. And one thing I want to point out before you said, because it was just so funny when you said in the act of like 1938 that it was first banned, 1938, because I think we think fat phobia and thin obsession started recently. In the 1920s, being a rake was considered very, chic. Women were dieting then, men were dieting. People have been dieting for hundreds of years. People have been trying to lose weight for hundreds of years. So it's a weird thing that we think it's so new.
Yeah.
When actually, when you hear something is banned in 1938 because people were taking it to try to lose weight, even though it was killing people. Like that is just something I want to point out, because I follow an Instagram account that's historical fat people, and it's literally just like people throughout history who've been fat and photos of them and evidence of them, because we think they never existed.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, it's us and that's our fast food. But it isn't. And like, this isn't a new problem. It's just that it's a problem that unfortunately with the internet and with our media landscape is much more prevalent.
Oh, well, like you're totally right. Like modern diet shows and things like that, how many of them start with, we are living in an obesity epidemic and people have never been so fat, etc., because of, our...
Look at a picture of Winston Churchill. Okay, I'm not being rude, but like Winston Churchill was not a slim man.
Yeah, and he didn't have access to the Eurosaver menu.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
If anything, he had access to good quality food. Yeah. I doubt the man cooked for himself. Like, he could have, you know what I mean? But it's just funny when you're like, I'm not saying that he's the epitome of health or whatever, but I'm just saying that like, people have existed for a really long time as fat people.
Yeah.
And just to note.
And absolutely. And, just to kind of end on the DNP thing, like there are so many stories of people who've tragically lost their lives with this drug, and how it kind of, people who suffer from eating disorders and body image disorders and body dysmorphia are susceptible to taking this thing. And I just hope that anyone who's listening would never consider taking it. So... just to kind of segue into our next piece, or our final piece, I want to talk about some more kind of common supplements.
Okay.
Just that might be a little bit lighter.
DNP was a bit of a bummer.
It was a bit of a bummer. It's fucked up and it's interesting, but because these are some supplements that we may or may not have taken ourselves, right? So, turmeric. Can we talk about turmeric, Grace? Speaking of yellow drugs.
I feel like turmeric is in everything these days.
They're fucking
everywhere. People are obsessed with turmeric. I'm not a fan.
So here's the turmeric claim. Turmeric has been found to induce browning of white fat cells. Have you heard about white fat and brown fat?
No.
Oh, well, I won't even waste your time.
Okay.
Through epigenetic modification of changing a cell's gene expression, aka switching off fat cells.
Oh, Oh, dimmer
It also,
switch.
get that dimmer switch going. It also stimulates production of new mitochondria, enhanced lipolysis, which is fat degradation, and suppresses lipogenesis, which is new fat production. So suppressing lipogenesis is switching off your fat cells. Turmeric also has an anti-inflammatory effect, and there is some thought that it is for that reason that it has an anti-obesity effect. Do you want to know something about turmeric, Grace?
What?
It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work, Grace.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking work.
Okay.
I've taken those supplements.
Yeah.
Like a lot, like
Really?
high strength ones that I'd like taking like 2 supplements like every day for like, a few months. Does not make a fucking difference. Grapefruit is thought to boost metabolism. Doesn't work.
Really?
Doesn't fucking work. Grace.
You know what? Grapefruit has always been, it's always that like half a grapefruit for breakfast bollocks that people used to like put. I remember following a diet where it was half a grapefruit for breakfast and it was so
It's gross.
tart.
Oh my God.
It was so bitter.
It probably just turns off your food.
Oh my God. I was like, God, yeah, no wonder I'd lose weight because I can't eat this.
Didn't even fucking finish it. And now I feel sick for the rest of the day. And in the 4-Hour Body, which was the slow carb diet that we did a few episodes back, one of the tips in that was have some grapefruit and then drink coffee, and the grapefruit will kickstart the coffee in your metabolism and you'll be on a fat burning fucking mode for the rest of the day. Doesn't work. Sorry, lads. Sorry to break it to you. It doesn't work. Apple cider vinegar.
My favourite. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Connor, that's surprising because it didn't work for me.
Does not work. And there have been, because you said you took apple cider vinegar capsules. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was in it was actually in like a green package. I've seen it before.
Well, if it's in a green package, then it's got to be healthy.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I have seen it since. Like it's still in the shops.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I think I was, oh God, poor little, I think I was like 13.
They're expensive.
I went in with my little pocket change.
You bought
with my fat hands.
they had to dig the pennies out of the folds of your...
Yeah, because it got stuck. But like, you know what I mean? Like I was the poor little bee. Like,
that's so sad.
And I went in and bought this bollocks that I was like, oh, this will make a difference. I remember one time, I remember when I think I was like 16 or 17 and me and my mum, like I was always desperately trying to lose weight and me and my mum were in like the square and we were near a protein supplement shop and we saw loads of before and after photos in front of the shop.
Right.
And your mum was like, yeah, just take this protein powder. So I was just a 17-year-old who wasn't like, I was just like what? I walked a lot, but I didn't do it. Just taking loads of protein powder thinking that it would make me lose loads of weight. And it was like 50 quid.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And
all
we
of
were
this
like,
stuff is
brilliant.
expensive.
And then we walked out, like, your man forgot to mention that I'd have to be fucking pumping iron.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh, are you not benching? Are you not benching? Like
what are you
200 pounds?
benching? And I'm like, I'm kind of sitting maybe 8 hours a day.
Yeah, it's like I spend that much time on the bench.
I don't know if I sit on benches a lot.
How much time you spend on the bench every day? It's like, I'm benching like
I tell you
24/7.
I'm couching 6-7 hours a day.
Yeah, so, but like, that's the thing, like, even though these things are often, like we say, the small print is in conjunction with a balanced diet and exercise, the headline is, apple cider vinegar made this woman drop 3 dress sizes or lost. And I read an article that was apple cider vinegar capsule lodges in woman's esophagus. And causes extreme esophageal burns. Okay, so like these things can be, just dangerous on a kind of practical level as well. You just wouldn't think that. But like we've all like swallowed a capsule the wrong way and kind of felt it lodge. You don't want that to happen to like an apple cider vinegar one because that shit will burn like a motherfucker.
Oh my God.
A few more common ones before we finish up. Green tea capsules.
I've never heard of them.
Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They are thought to promote anti-aging and weight loss. Don't work.
Okay.
Garlic is a wonder drug. Garlic is it's people use it for all sorts.
Yeah, to keep away vampires.
Yeah, I mean it works for vampires. Not
and
so much for weight loss.
For weight loss, it's a myth. Keeping vampires away, that's true. That's just fact.
Keeping fat vampires away. Never seen a fat vampire before, by the way.
Fat vampires just like to suck out your fat instead of blood.
Well, it works for them.
Yeah.
If you take the garlic supplement and the vampire bites you, then you're all set. Black cumin. is
Never
thought
heard
to
of
be a
that.
fat boosting. It's like cumin, but they're in like little seeds.
yeah.
You'll see it on like the top of a lot of like artisan breads. They kind of look like sesame seeds or poppy seeds. For meant to be really good for like boosting weight loss and switching off those like fat
Turn it off.
cells.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Alpha lipoic acid, which we covered in the 4-hour body, that is the one that made me feel like there was a furnace inside my body and that I was going to die, which is quite alarming after hearing about DNP, right?
Yeah.
Didn't work for me other than make me feel like I was going to die.
And is that legal? That's legal.
That's legal. Oh, you get that in any shop over the counter. Polycosanol, that's one that I ordered from the States, from the 4-hour body.
Yeah.
The bottle came and the seal had been broken out of it.
That's not good.
Yeah, that doesn't work either. Probiotics, the tablets. Or the powders,
yeah.
Doesn't work.
For weight loss, it doesn't work.
This is all for weight loss.
Yeah,
this is all for weight loss. I'm not
probiotics
saying that,
can be great if you're taking antibiotics in terms of like...
totally. Yeah, absolutely. But it's when these things are repurposed and said, hey, by the way, this is actually really good for like losing weight. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is a common weight loss supplement.
What?
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
No, not a bit.
Because I take vitamin D, but just during the winter because...
Yeah.
I'm not getting that D. There's no sunlight.
You're deficient in
the D. Yeah.
Have you ever tried caffeine tablets?
No, but as we covered in our The Biggest Loser, Julia Michaels gave some of her contestants allegedly caffeine tablets.
I haven't tried them either. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't work, but they have been known to have all sorts of like side effects.
Oh my God, you can only imagine.
Protein powder, as we know, doesn't work. Soluble fiber, I haven't tried that yet myself. You can get fiber supplements. And then...
Does that not work though?
Yohimbine.
Yohimbine.
Have you ever heard of Yohimbine?
No.
Yohimbine. My pal, my internet man who sold me the chili pepper tablets.
Don't tell me he sold you
Yohimbine.
That was his name.
Because when I was researching this, I went back and he has a new video up and he is waxing lyrical about this combo drug. It's the Fat Burner Evolved tablet. So it's like a step up from when I bought it like an idiot.
Yeah.
It's chili pepper plus Yohimbine plus green tea extract plus turmeric and plus garlic and black pepper.
I want to slap
It's
this
just
man.
like a fucking spice bag that you like ingest.
If anything, I feel like a spice bag that you can get in a Dublin chipper is more likely to help you lose weight.
So here are some of the possible side effects of these fat burning substances and some precautions you can take to avoid these effects. So regularly consuming caffeine will make it less effective over time.
Okay.
Like any drug, law of
Some people can
diminishing
have like
returns.
5 cups of coffee a day.
Exactly. You develop a tolerance to it, right? And with tolerance often comes a
Great
certain
responsibility.
But with tolerance comes dependency, Grace.
Yes.
You just need it not only to give you, it doesn't give you a boost anymore, it just makes you feel normal.
Yes.
So if you're taking that for weight loss, you're just inviting in such a bad kind of thing into your life. Taking too much caffeine in a short period can make you feel anxious, jittery, or exhausted. Exhibit A here. I had one cup of coffee today and listen to me go. Using too much protein powder can contribute to weight gain. Grace, that is a suspicion I have had.
You are joking.
It's all about bulking up with these protein powders.
Poor 17-year-old me.
You're getting like hulked up. You're like, Mom, I don't know why I can't fit into my prom dress.
I don't know why my voice is dropped. Mom!
It's like you're taking like creatine supplements and shit.
Yeah. I'm couching like 10 times a day. What's happening?
I keep drinking the shakes. I don't know what's happening.
That is nuts.
Using too many natural fat burners, especially supplements, can lead to acute liver failure.
Oh. Do you know what's so funny though? Fat people will always be like, your liver, and like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
Hate
like,
our fat livers.
They hate our fat liver. Then this is like, no, this is a little bit liver.
Too many natural fat burners will give you acute liver failure. And then taking Yohimbine has been linked to nausea, anxiety, panic attacks, and high blood pressure.
Sounds like a fun day to me.
Don't think I'll be taking that. So, Grace, I mean, it goes on. I'm
going to run down to my local health shop and just bulk up
once more
on all the supplements I can get my hands on. Jesus.
And the final thing I want to say about this is all of these things are expensive.
Yes.
You're talking 30 to 50 euro per jar of tablet, whether it's, a good quality like vitamin D supplement or apple cider vinegar tablets. And usually with these things, there is that sort of sense of the sort of premium purchase. If I spend more money, it will be better quality.
Yeah.
This whole shelf of protein powders in the protein shop is garbage.
Yeah.
Don't go near that. Go for this one.
Yes.
For whatever reason. I don't know why this guy in the shop is pushing this particular one.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
I'd also love, like, the reason why pharmacists and chemists exist, because they did chemistry. Because they back in the day, chemists used to actually make the drugs. Now they they know what's in it, they know how to dispense it, they know what you need. But they've learned about science, mathematics, the things that are important.
They know the good science.
For someone to go, oh, this protein powder is different. I'd like them to turn around and tell me every ingredient that's different in those two, because I really want to know, where do you learn about this? Because I understand you might be into fitness, but where the hell do you learn about this stuff? That's chemistry stuff.
Yeah.
Did you get a degree?
It's a sales rep has come into the shop and said, okay, so we've got these 3 new proteins.
Yeah.
This one sells really well. This one sells moderately, and this one doesn't sell great.
Just say this one's more organic.
Yeah.
Say this one is. They probably come from the same bloody factory.
They're all scooping the same crap.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one thing. Is if someone is trying to be like, oh, that one's, just be like, okay, well, name every ingredient in your one and name what's different. Because if you read the back of both. I mean, how different are the ingredients? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely. And it's kind of like that thing of, when we're talking in our Biggest Loser episode, if you're going to take several months out of your life to fight to lose weight, to win this prize money, what if you just instead, and you really needed that money, what if you just spent that 6 or 7 months just working to earn that money?
Yeah.
Right? Instead of spending 50 quid on a supplement that may make you feel funny or may make you feel kind of sick, probably won't help you lose weight. Instead of doing that, why not invest that in something better that, it could be something that is like something to do with self-care, or, you're shopping for the week, or, you know what I mean?
It's that thing of it's like New Year's resolutions now. I refuse to do New Year's resolutions that are that take away from my joy.
Yes.
Why not add to it? Which is something like, this year I was one thing I wanted to do was buy clothes that are better quality, less fast fashion, and maybe clothes that I get tailored to my body, because God forbid my beautiful, bountiful body should look good in clothes. Do you know what I mean? But that sort of thing. Instead of being I should diet. Apple cider vinegar.
I should spend all of my money on that instead. Yeah. Instead of spending 60 quid on some apple cider vinegar tablets. Spend that on a nice shirt or a dresser.
Apple bottom jeans.
There you go, baby.
Boots with the fur.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fad Camp. As always, we want to thank our producer, Darren Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to review us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Great ratings and reviews really help more people find the show, and it would mean a lot to us.
Make sure to share the episodes with friends and family or on your social media. Every listen helps.
And we absolutely love hearing from our listeners, so please get in touch with any of your diet stories on fadcamppodcast@gmail.com.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.